Hello Internet, Andrew Huang here again for LPX Studios with another episode of What's in the Box? Today's exciting episode is going to be on the Gear Circle. Today's unboxing episode is going to be on this Gear Circle. I was requested by some of you to do an actual review on that so I can compare it to the LG Tone Pros. Now, as you can see, there are another set of wireless Bluetooth headsets that are quite comparable to these ones. So it's going to be interesting. So I'm going to I bought this because I had some store credit left, so I bought it with the last bit of it I had. And the beauty of this is, after I do a proper review on this, the very next video is going to be a proper versus, my very first versus product battle, and that's going to determine which one I like more and help you decide on which one you like better as well. And after with the loser, I'm probably just most likely going to return to Best Buy. So we got that. So as you know, how my unboxings will work from now on is the first half of the video is going to be dedicated to the initial unboxing and the first impressions of the device, and then the second half of the video will be a proper one-day or a few-day review of where I actually wear for an entire day or so, give my proper feedback on the actual device. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take these off. Oh, and then yeah, the versus battle will be between these guys. So there's that. So let's go ahead and dive right on in to that. So while I go ahead and unbox this too, another announcement I need to do as well while I do this is some of you actually requested that I get my hands on, because I have the Oculus Rift, that I get my hands on the Samsung Gear VR, which you do need a Note 4 for, and ironically that's the phone I do have. And some of you wanted me to do a review on that, so I did order it, and it should be in by the end of the week or early next week. So look out for some cool videos on that. So okay, so I got it open. Let's go ahead and open this guy up. Ooh, pretty. The boxing is kind of misleading because it looks kind of flimsy, but let's go ahead and take it out. So before we get into the headphones, let's see what it comes with. So I'm going to take this thing out here. Put that to the side. Let's see what's in this ginormous box that they, deemed worthy of. Okay, that's weird. Instruction manuals, as you know, I never read them, so put them aside. And yes, another proper charger. Okay, already, this is sort of better than the Tone Pros because it actually has the outlet charger instead of just a USB cable, so that's cool. So put that there. What else is in the box? Okay. Once again, additional earbuds. They give you a lot more, it looks like, for all shapes and sizes of ears. There's that. And what are these? What are these? Oh, okay. This is actually nice. I didn't realize that. So it looks like already for those of you who want like a solid base like the LG Tone Pros and the other Bluetooth headsets out there, and who just don't want a flat piece of plastic sitting in the back of your neck, looks like these things are actually meant to hold it in place for you. Ah, yeah, look at that. Ah. All right. Well, is there anything else in the box I should worry about? Apparently not. So all that space for nothing. So let's go ahead and put this guy away. Onto the headphones. We'll get to these plastic things later. So let's go ahead and take these out. Yeah, see, this is what I was sort of afraid of on these. Let me just go ahead and come on out. Alright, let's move this aside. Alright. Yeah, as you see, so it's a different design. So from what I saw from the box, essentially, yep, okay, you saw that? These guys are magnetized, so just like click and they'll go together. So you can imagine it goes onto your neck like that, and it'll just rest. And then when you need to use it, you just pop it open and then put it in your ear. Simple. And what I know, apparently the battery exists back here, and then the rest of the gizmos are up front. So, and then the way this works apparently is via swipe. So let's go back to the box really quick, and I'm going to read it from the side here. So as you see, it's supposed to link like that, and says, yeah, the battery's in the back, and then right here, I'm going to zoom in more. Touch controls for volume, power switch on the side, and then talk and play. So it doesn't really have a skip button, which is already a minus for me. But you know, we'll see, because most of these things like the you just double click the play button and it'll move forward. So there's that. Let's look at the battery life. It says up to 9 hours of play time, 11 hours talk time, 300 hours of standby time. Meaning it's just, you just leave it sitting around off. So there's that. Alright, but that's pretty much it for that box thing. So alright, so, and I'm guessing the charge port is right there. You just open that guy up and go ahead and charge it. But I mean, the string is, I mean, the cords are just like a normal pair of like regular headphone cords, so nothing great or substantial. It's all plastic, obviously. You're not going to get anything fancy. So there's that. So I'm not actually really, see, I like earbuds, but I don't like these type of earbuds in the past historically. So let's go ahead and try and wear it with without it. So you know, we'll just refocus up here. So there's that. Not bad. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see it well. I mean, it's a little long, but initial impressions, it's actually, compared to the LG Tone Pros, less intrusive, because it's just got just one solid plastic piece in the box and it's just like a string. So it feels like you're wearing a necklace, actually, almost. And if you're wearing a dress shirt, you can probably almost cover this up. So it's not too bad. And let's see how it feels in the ears. I mean, that's how it looks, guys. I guess how you control it is going to be via your finger movements. But yeah, you see already, I might have to change the actual earbuds, because you see it here. It's in there now. It's actually, oh wait, yeah, it's snug in there. But I got like, then when I'm running around and sliding, look, it's already sliding out and everything. So you're probably going to have to adjust the earbuds to your liking, but initial impressions are not too bad. I mean, these are a little thicker than desired, but overall not too shabby. And then when you're done, you just go ahead and click it forward. So there's that. I can see where it will kind of like break off, but it's automatically connected just by itself when it's down here. So, but let's see how it feels with the actual like necklace thing on. So I'll get a large one on here. See how it goes. Let's go back to camera. So I'm assuming it goes along the groove like this. So this should slide right in. Yep. Okay. So, oops, sorry. It's going to be sitting in there like that. And I'm assuming this is just more of like a guide for it. So let's go ahead and put it on. Okay. This isn't too bad either, actually. It feels a little more secure, if anything. I guess it's just prevented from really sliding around and all that, and it's to really keep it still. Because I do kind of see it. If you just had it without it, it could probably just slide off, it being just strings. So this isn't too bad. So there's that. Not too bad. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop here, and then I'll go ahead and pair this up with my Gear S and my Note 4, play around it for a day, and then go ahead and go on to part 2. Talk to you later. Alright folks, it's been a little over a day and a half now since I've been using the Gear Circle primarily for my use. This review is going to be based off of my experiences with both it being paired to the Gear S as well as my Note 4 constantly. And as well as I'll go over other few key points, which I'll list down in the description below if I already haven't done so. So let's go. Without further ado, let's move on to the full review of the Gear Circles. First thing I'm going to go over is actually the wearing of it and the comfort of it per se. So as you can see, I have the little plastic bands that it comes with. So you can see on the secondary video, it comes with 3 sizes: large, medium, and small, obviously for the respective sizes and everything. You can use it without it, but I kind of recommend that you do use it, just because, let me just take this off, put this down. If you just leave it as it is, where it's just hanging like that, it's very susceptible to moving side to side. So when you're wearing it, and you're moving around, this thing back here is going to shake around and sometimes actually fall back down So let me, oops, sorry. Let me show you here. It'll fall down, down your neckline, and it'll actually drag the headphones off the ear. So that's one thing. Like, so I think these are a smart choice, and the fact that they're clear, they're not very visible, but they do prevent it from falling down. So you want all you do is you just click them right in, clicks right in, and then go ahead and put them on, and then it'll prevent it from, I don't know if you can see it from back there, but it'll prevent it from actually rolling down your neck, and it keeps it still. And to be honest, at first it was sort of really uncomfortable, but I kind of got used to it after just a couple hours of wearing it. And just like the LG Tone Pros and the other Bluetooth headsets I've tried, it becomes seamless because it doesn't really bother you too much because you just get used to it. Because they're not that heavy, they're really light. And then as you saw in the unboxing portion of the video, these are how the headphones work. So as you can see here, this is how it works. They're magnetized on the end, so they'll connect when you're not using them. When you need to use them, you just go ahead and slip it unhook them, and then put them into your ear, like so. And then as for the matter of the portion of it, the comfort level, it's actually not too bad. At first, I didn't know how I would feel about these, just because I don't mind earbuds, but these are rather thick, as you can see there. So that you think these would be very intrusive in your ear, but if you look at the actual design of the earbud, it extends out. So this actually fits into the ball point of your ear, and this actually goes into your ear. So it's surprisingly not too intrusive. It was kind of weird for me at first, but then you literally get used to it really quickly. So they're not hard to wear. And the one thing I was really worried about with these is because they're not true earbuds where they'll go fully in and stick into your ear. I thought they would fall off relatively easy. And the thing is, they will fall off if you just simply pull on them. Like if you just pull it, it comes right out. So I mean, there's that part. But as a matter of just it's sitting there and moving your head side to side, up and down, they actually stay in there relatively well. It feels loose. I'm gonna admit that right now, where at first it was very, I was very worrisome because I thought they were gonna keep popping on left and right, but I just sat there while I was listening to music, walked around with them, moved my head around, and even though it feels like they're coming out, they're really not. It's just rolling around in your ear. So I definitely recommend that you play around with the actual earbuds here, because it will definitely help you guys out. So. And then one thing I want to mention too is about the noise canceling on these. It's not noise canceling. It's noise dampening like the other headphones are. So they have little things built into it where it just dampens the noise around you. So even as I had them on talking to you guys, it was very echoey just because it was just like I was only hearing my voice through in my head. So there's that. So comfort level compared to the others, I would say it's probably not on par, maybe below, but it's not bad. You get used to it. You get used to it relatively quickly. And if you're not an earbud person, then you might have to go with the over the head headphones out there. But these are this lineup of headsets and stuff are meant to be light and portable, and so like these don't take up much power either. And speaking of power, let me just switch around. They exist right back here. It all exists, like I said in the unboxing video, the battery's back here. So there's that. And then wearing it around, I know the other headsets out there by the other companies, they just come up around to your right. They come up right up to your collarbone per se, and they stop right there, and that's the entire headphone. These, like I said, kind of dangle down like a necklace would. So I'm not really a fan of that per se, but when I was wearing my dress shirt today, it was kind of hanging in front of the collar and just sitting there dangling in the front. So it's more noticeable than the others. But in terms of comfort, I mean, this plastic piece kind of gets in the way, but they're light. So like I said before, they're not too bad. All right, so functionality. So how are the functionalities of these things? And the first thing that I didn't like about these are there's less buttons than than its competitors out there. So it's got pretty much the main on-off button, which is inside of the left head piece, and on the right side it pretty much just has a play talk button on the side there. But what you don't realize is that, oh well, one thing they fail to mention is that this is this right here is actually a touch sensitive area where you control the volume. So when you have it on, so for the volume control, you got to swipe up to bring the volume up and swipe down to bring the volume down, and it doesn't work in progression, because what it does is so you don't press up and hold, so you don't end up killing your eardrums. So you have to do it one at a time. So you gotta go up, down, down, down. And obviously the main button on the right side, this button here, it's pretty much when you press and play, it's pretty much hardwired to play your music. So when you press play, it's going to play the music. Press it again, and you press pause. And to skip forward, you just double tap it to move over to the next song. Unfortunately, there's no way to go back. There's no back function on it. And then if you want to talk, you press and hold it, and it will bring up the S voice command menus. That's if you're connected to a Samsung Galaxy device. On that note, I do want to quickly mention that it is not required that you have a Samsung Galaxy device in order to use these. They're compatible with all Bluetooth devices. It's just only if you have a Galaxy device, it's gonna have, you can download the Galaxy Gear app, which will help manage the actual headphones, because it does have some extra built-in features to it. So one of the built-in features is actually notifications, where this thing actually buzzes to notify you that you have a notification, call, or text message and whatnot. You can actually set it so it can buzz for almost every app that you have out there. Now, it doesn't tell you what it is or anything like that. It just alerts you that there's something going on your phone. So for those of you who don't have a smartwatch, this is another way for you getting an alert that, hey, you're getting something, check your phone. So one cool thing about it is that when you're receiving a call per se and it's buzzing, the way to answer it with the headphones is you literally just take it apart and you put it on. So it automatically answers the call when you have it on like that. And then when you want to just simply close the call, just take it off and clip them back in. So apparently there's a sensor in here that knows when they are connected and not connected, because it's the same thing with music. Let's say you're playing music through your headphones, and then when you're done, all you do is take them off and click them back in again, and the music will pause. So that's cool, and that's one cool way for it to save battery and not needlessly keep using it without you having to press pause manually. Because you could be working or running or something, and all of a sudden you get interrupted and you take your headphones off. And sometimes you end up talking for more than a couple minutes and you end up wasting power. This way, you just simply click it and it's going to save energy because it automatically shuts it off for you. So there's that extra level of comfort per se. Now the next topic, battery life. Battery life isn't so bad on this guy. Like the box said, let me just go over it one more time. So like the box said, for up to playtime, some music, it's up to 9 hours, and straight talking, it's 11 hours, and then just standby mode, it's 300 hours. So will you end up, I'll put it this way, are you going to listen to music for 9 hours straight? Most of you probably won't, because it's not like a lot of you actually sit there for 9 hours straight and no one talks to you the entire day. And plus for me too, I don't have 9 hours of music on my phone. If anything, I stream a lot of music, but today and the previous day of me using this thing, I did pretty much use it for more than half the day. I made a few calls on it. I didn't charge it overnight, and today I also used it pretty much the same amount, good handful of hours, made some phone calls on it, and the battery still lasts. I don't have the low charge warning or anything like that. So I think with I pretty much would say that I did good, heavy, moderate use for 2 days straight without charging it, and it lasted just fine. So I give battery life a decent pass. I mean, once again, like I said in my other headphone review of the LG Tone Pros, I mean, these things are small. They have small batteries in it, especially if you're pumping the battery up pumping the volume up all the way. It's not like you're gonna get 24 hours of straight use out of it. But I can, but like the box says, I think they kind of underestimate it per se. But I think a good 9 to 12 hours is reasonable out of these things, and they charge relatively fast. I mean, I didn't really time it, but I plugged it in and I went about my business, and then as soon as I come back to it, it's blue. I mean, it was green and saying that it was done. So there's that. So I mean, if you've had different experiences with it, go ahead and please let me know in the comment section below. But from my experience so far, battery life is pretty good so far. Now, mic sensitivity is something I want to go. Another thing I want to talk about. How's the quality on the microphone? And it's actually pretty good. It's actually quite comparable. I think it's a little bit smoother than the other headphones I've tried, but you know, nothing that noticeable. I'm just a little OCD myself, so I noticed it, but it was pretty clear. It picked up all my commands pretty well, so the mic gets a good passing grade as well. So sound quality. Sound quality is actually pretty good on this, and like I said before in my other video, I really don't have many complaints about these earbuds because I like the fact that with less power, they direct the sound right into your ear canal, so it comes out quite clear, and the quality on these guys are not that bad, you know, compared to the others. I say they're quite on par, because to be honest, right now you're not spending $500–600 on acoustic equipment. These are simple stereo Bluetooth headsets that you can be using to listen to music on the go, work, or working out. And I think these are perfect for it. So, like, unless you really do want the harmonic symphony coming through your ear, you're gonna need a stereo over the headphones for those. But for everyday use, like, these are just fine. And I'd say that with the other headphones out there as well too. Now, usability is another topic that people are going to ask me about, and is how easy is it to set up to your device? Not that hard. So for discovery mode, all you have to do is turn it on or off, and the device actually is smart enough to know when it's paired with another device. So when it's not paired with, let's say you pair it with your phone, and then you go out and you forget your phone at home and you turn it on or off, it's not going to constantly go on discovery mode. From what I've noticed with these headphones is, once it's paired to a device, it will stay paired to that device until you disconnect it and forget about it. So then the headphones will know, and then they will know to next time they turn on or off to be able to attach to another device. So I ran into that when I was playing around with attaching to my Note 4 and my Gear S, because it wouldn't, even though I had my Note 4 off, it wouldn't go into discovery mode until I unpaired the two devices. I could be wrong on that issue, but that was just my experience with it. Not that big of a deal for me, but something to look out for if you have multiple devices that you want to connect this to. Alright folks, that's pretty much all I have for the people for generic use. But for the people who have Samsung devices, go ahead and please watch the rest of this video, because I'm actually going to go over how it works with a Galaxy device and a Galaxy Gear smartwatch. So without further ado, let's dive into that topic. So as the name suggests, it's called the Galaxy Circle. But I think it really means figuratively, because it really does complete the circle of life, per se. I know, cheesy, but it's actually really nice, because along with my Gear S now on my Note 4, this kind of actually completes the circle. Like I said with my previous review on the other pair of headsets I reviewed, it's really nice having these, because now it's a way for me to not have to like, I can keep my phone with me, but now I really don't have to take it out as much, because now I can make phone calls without having to take my phone. I can just go ahead and put my headphones in and make phone calls out of it, and then listen to music. And then when I want to change the music titles, now since this doesn't have it back and forward in music selection, I can just do it through my watch, and I can go ahead and go about and do everything I need. So there's that. I mean, it's just that extra level of convenience. Now, while the Gear Circle has notifications built into it for buzzing, it knows that both Gear devices are connected, so it prioritizes the watch before the ear. So that saves power on your headphones. And just want to show you on my secondary screen here. Alright, now I just want to quickly show you on the Gear Manager that you'll have for your Samsung Note device or your Galaxy device. It's going to show that you have a secondary Gear hardware connected. So there's my watch. So it's got all my applications for the watch. But now, here is the circle. Now you see here is the Gear Circle settings that you can go ahead and mess around with. There's not much you can do, but it's nice to have. So like I said, notifications. So you can go into notifications, go to manage notifications, and you can set it now to alert you of all the applications if you want to. You can choose and select, or you can just say select all. Another function too, you should just limit it. So you can just limit notifications to just incoming calls and alarms. So you can go ahead and choose your setting on that, or you can just turn it off in general if you don't want your headphones buzzing for you. Another thing too, you can go ahead and change the sound quality. So instead of having to do it through the music player, you can actually do it through the Gear app to change the acoustics, the styles of the headphones. for how you hear it. So the more important question, how is it with the other devices? I was actually thoroughly very surprised. Because they're fellow Galaxy devices and Gear devices, they sync up actually relatively well, like they were meant to, like some meant to do it. But I'm really happy with it. To be honest, I thought initially I was kind of skeptical of these headphones just because I wasn't really a fan of the necklace design per se and having to wear these plastic things on the back. And I really thought that these headphones really weren't gonna work. But they work relatively well. I mean, like you see how easy it is to put on. You just put them in, and I mean, they stay in pretty well. And then when you're done, you pull them out. So I mean, this motion is not going to happen when you're jumping up and down and moving your hair side to side. Like you're not tugging on them, so they actually stay in pretty well, guys. And it really works well with the Note 4 and most likely your S devices and your previous Note devices. I'm really happy with it. It really does complement the system very well. Now, along with the watch, like I said before, you can't. So if you sync up your necklace, the Gear Circle to the phone, it doesn't play the media through your watch. So if you have media in your watch and you want to listen to your headphones, you have to hook the headphones up to the Gear and not the Gear device and not your proprietary phone, which is kind of weird for me, but at the same time, I kind of understand because these things act like one way. They're speaker system. You connect it to one, you can't connect it to another. It just works that way. So for those of you who are going to be using your phone primarily, so you're going to have your phone around all the time, connect these to your phone, and it really does complement all the devices together. And for those of you who are actually going to be using the watch as a standalone device, once again, these are another perfect complement to you because you can make your phone calls out of it. It's got voice recognition. You can stream your media through the headphones, like I showed you in my previous video. So it works just fine. But my recommendation, to be honest, is to pair it to your phone because that's where most of your media is going to be held anyway. It's got 32 gigs or anywhere from 8 to 32 gigs compared to the 4 gigs on here. So it's going to have a lot more music, a lot more functionality out of it. So for me, the last day and a half, I've really thoroughly enjoyed using all three together in perfect harmony. And like I said before, and I know I'm repeating myself, but it's really nice to be able to now, like, I can be listening to music, get my notifications, and if it's a call, just go ahead and tap the call, and the music just claps. It's just so seamless now. Like I'm doing it without looking. I can just do it by the feel, just like the other headphones with the earbuds in. But these are nice because that little clippy thing is built in. It's a built-in function to the actual the peripherals and everything. So there's that. So, well, that's pretty much all I have to say for it. If you have any questions, or if you want additional feedback from me, go ahead and leave a comment down below, or go ahead and send me a private message. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions there. But definitely be on the lookout for my very first, I'm going to try to make that episode fun, but my very first Versus episode where I'm going to finally pit the Samsung Gear Circles to the LG Tone Pros. See who's victorious. But yeah, I've pretty much now used the LG Tone Pros for a little bit over a good week now. I'm gonna give these guys maybe another day or two, and then make a proper Versus video. And I won't just do a generic, it's gonna be spec by spec, or these have these qualities, these bad. No, I'm gonna pretty much go pros and cons of each one. Good qualities, bad qualities of each one, give my personal take on each one, and actually give you a final victor. I apologize. That's my mother calling out to me right now for dinner. That's embarrassing. But definitely be look out for that video. I'm gonna try to make that one entertaining as possible. So definitely, I look forward to your feedback on that video. But definitely be on the lookout, and then you can tell me what you think of both devices. You see my both review videos. Give me your feedback. Maybe your votes and your comments could skew the winner at the end too. So I would love to hear from you guys. Well, folks, I know I've blabbered on long enough at this point, so I just want to thank you for, if you're hearing me talk right now, you've actually stuck through to the end of the video. Thank you. I really do appreciate your time. Definitely be on the lookout, like I said, for my next videos. And if you haven't already done so, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel for more content and more reviews and stuff. Every subscription really does help my channel and for the community to grow in this wacky channel of mine here. And as always, go ahead and leave a comment, both positive or negative, down below, and leave a thumbs up or thumbs down to let me know if you like this video or not. So thank you again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.